Should we start?
Yes, ma'am.
So we completed up to this. The LHS is greater than equal to or less than 1 as f is greater than equal to or less than 1. Next, we are going for a relationship between r square and a square, or r bar square and a square. So if anyone understood this relationship, the relation, how we will get a relationship between r square and a square, please tell me. Please, open your microphone and tell me in general, nothing related to this problem, how we can establish a relationship between r square and a square. Anyone? Tell me the formula for r square. Tell me simply the formula for r square. Anyone?
ESS by TSS.
ESS by TSS. Everybody? ESS by TSS. And ESS can be written as 1 minus RSS by TSS. Everybody? So please write down. Please write down. Take a note. Note. The relationship between r square and a square. Relationship between r square, capital R square, and a square. Capital R square is equal to 1 minus RSS by TSS. 1 minus RSS, numerator, 1 minus RSS, denominator, TSS. Capital R square is equal to 1 minus RSS by TSS. Everybody could do it? Now, if you consider r bar square instead of r square, what will happen? You have to deflate RSS and TSS by their respective degrees of freedom. আচ্ছা, জাস্ট একটু মিস্টেক হয়ে গিয়েছিল। আমি মানে 1 মাইনাস RSS by TSS, আমি বোধহয় বললাম নিউমারেটরটা 1 মাইনাস RSS by TSS. I'm repeating. Capital R square is equal to ESS by TSS. This is equal to TSS minus RSS by TSS. This is equal to 1 minus RSS by TSS. Is it clear to everybody? Capital R square is equal to ESS by TSS. ESS is equal to TSS minus RSS. So numerator is TSS minus RSS. Denominator is TSS. So that is equal to 1 minus RSS by TSS. Next, you write down r bar square. capital R bar square is equal to 1 minus RSS by n minus k TSS by n minus 1. R bar square is equal to 1 minus RSS by n minus k divided by TSS by n minus 1, or R bar square is equal to 1 minus RSS by n minus k, that is a square. Everybody? RSS by n minus k, that is a square. A square, the square formula is RSS by degrees of freedom. Are you understanding my proposition? The formula for a square is RSS by degrees of freedom. So you can write R bar square is equal to 1 minus a square by TSS by n minus 1. So R bar square is equal to 1 minus numerator a square, denominator TSS by n minus 1, or finally R bar square is equal to 1 minus numerator n minus 1 into a square divided by TSS. Everybody? So if you understand up to this, in general, R bar square is equal to 1 minus n minus 1 a square by TSS. Then please write down, thus for an unrestricted model, thus for an unrestricted model, sorry, R U bar square, U capital R suffix capital U, sorry, RU bar square. Look at the slide. Here in the suffix, please write capital U. RU bar square is equal to 1 minus n minus 1 into SU square, U capital. Everything I'm writing for the unrestricted model, divided by TSS. So RU bar square is equal to 1 minus n minus 1 into SU square divided by TSS. Thus, RU bar square and SU square are inversely related. Thus, RU bar square and SU square are inversely related. In the similar way, we may write, R bar square. Everything you have to write for the restricted model. R bar square is equal to 1 minus n minus 1 into SR square, R capital, SR square. In place of SU square, please write down SR square divided by TSS. And thus, RR bar square and SR square are also inversely related. Could you complete up to this?
Ma'am, the last sentence, if you'd please repeat, like for RR bar square.
Thus, RR bar square and SR square are inversely related. Similar proposition, are U bar square and SU square are inversely related. In the similar way, we can write RR bar square and SR square are inversely related. That is always, there is an inverse relation between R bar square and A square. So if you
Ma'am,
look at the note,
ma'am, can you just repeat the formula for RR bar square?
same formula you need to write. R bar square is equal to 1 minus numerator n minus 1 SR square divided by TSS.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Same thing, same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So first we have written the general. In the note, if you look at the note, look, it is R bar square is equal to 1 minus RSS by n minus k divided by TSS by n minus 1. So I replaced RSS by n minus k by a square. So finally, we can write R bar square is equal to 1 minus n minus 1 a square by TSS. So this is the standard proposition. Now I am rewriting this proposition both for the unrestricted as well as for the restricted model, nothing else. So if you understand the basic relationship between R bar square and A square, this relationship will hold both for unrestricted as well as for the restricted model.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now stop writing, look at the slide. Again, let's go back to the first line. The LHS is greater than, equal to, or less than 1 as F is greater than, equal to, or less than 1. So what is your LHS? LHS is SR square by SU square. SR square by SU square is greater than, equal to, less than 1 if F is greater than, equal to, less than 1. Now, instead of SR square by SU square, if we consider RR bar square in the numerator and RU bar square in the denominator, since there is an inverse relationship between SR square and RR bar square, SU square and RU bar square, there will be the reverse stand. So we will say RR bar square by RU bar square will be less than, equal to, greater than 1 if F is greater than, equal to, less than 1. So we are keeping the inverse relationship between A square and R bar square in our mind, and we will like to come to the final conclusion. So final conclusion can be written in this way: RR bar square by RU bar square in place of SR square by SU square is, instead of greater than, less than, equal, or instead of less, greater than 1 if F is greater than, equal to, or less than 1. Since there is an inverse relationship between A square and R bar square, we are rewriting the proposition as RR bar square by RU bar square is less than, equal to, or greater than 1 as F is greater than, equal to, or less than 1. Tell me whether you are understanding or not.
তোমার মাথায় ঢোকেনি কিন্তু বলুন না।
এই এত অবধি ঢুকেছিল আর বার স্কোয়ার অ্যান্ড এ স্কোয়ার আর ইনভার্সলি রিলেটেড,
হ্যাঁ ওটা ঢুকেছে।
ওটা হয়েছে। আচ্ছা, আর এই ওপরে যে লাইনটা লেখা আছে সেটা মাথায় ঢুকেছে, the LHS
হ্যাঁ
is greater than equal to less than 1 as f
ঢুকেছে।
is greater than equal to less than 1। আচ্ছা, এবারে তো তাহলে সবকিছুই মাথায় ঢুকে আছে দেখছি। এই ফার্স্ট সেন্টেন্সটা ঢুকেছে মানে বুঝতে পেরেছো যে একটা এস স্কোয়ার এর সাথে এফ এর রিলেশন আছে। আর এই যে মাঝে লাইনটা রয়েছে এটা আমরা অনেকগুলো জিনিস করলাম, করে দেখালাম। r bar square and a square are inversely related. So in the final step, instead of SR square by SU square, we are writing RR bar square and RU bar square. Just I have changed the ratio from SR square by SU square to RR bar square by RU bar square. শুধু এইটুকু বলে ঢুকেছে কিনা মাথায় যে এ স্কোয়ার গুলোকে হটিয়ে দিয়ে we are considering R bar square, এইটা ঢুকেছে মাথায়?
ওটা করা যায় এরকম?
হ্যাঁ,
ওরকম লেখা যায় ব্যাপারটা?
তুমি যে এই
না ওরা
রিলেশনশিপটা
তো
প্রুভ
লিখছি
করলে, এই রিলেশনশিপটা বার করেছো তো, R bar square and SU square are inversely related,
হ্যাঁ
করেছো?
হ্যাঁ
Now we are replacing the ratio of A squares, bringing the ratio of R bar square. Okay.
হুম
So if I consider the ratio of 2R bar square, in the numerator, we keep restricted R bar square, and in the denominator, we keep unrestricted R bar square. If there is an inverse relationship between R bar square and A square, this proposition will change. This first sentence will change to this ratio is instead of greater than, less than, equal to will remain equal to, less than will be greater than 1 as f is greater than equal to or less than 1. So if there is an inverse relationship between a square and r bar square, naturally the first proposition will be presented as restricted r bar square or ratio of restricted r bar square to the ratio of unrestricted r bar square will be less than equal to or greater than 1 as f is greater than equal to or less than 1. Because there are two steps. In the first step, you are considering the ratio of variances and you are showing this is how it is related to f. In the second step, you are proving that all a square is inversely related to r bar square. Then you are replacing the ratio of sample variances by the ratio of relevant r bar square. And hence you are writing this proposition, this ratio will be less than, equal to or greater than 1 as f is greater than, equal to or less than 1.
আমাদের দেশে
ঢুকে গেছে? Is there anyone who needs any kind of repetition or you need to understand the things? Is it okay? I think Anandarup is there in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding the matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Proposition is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So if up to this it's clear to all of you, the ratio of restricted r bar square to ratio of unrestricted r bar square, or this ratio r bar square by ru bar square is less than, equal to or greater than 1 if f is greater than, equal to or less than 1, we will just make the final conclusion. In your copy, please write down number 1. 3 points we will write separately. Number 1, RR bar square is less than RU bar square. RR bar square is less than RU bar square. As F is greater than 1. RR bar square is less than RU bar square if F greater than 1. Thus, unrestricted model gives the better fit. Thus, the unrestricted model provides the better fit if F greater than 1. Number 2, second point. RR bar square is equal to RU bar square. RR bar square is equal to RU bar square. That is, both the models give, both the restricted and the unrestricted model give equivalent fit if capital F is equal to 1. The restricted and the unrestricted model give equivalent fit if F is equal to 1. Finally, the third point. RR bar square greater than RU bar square. RR bar square greater than RU bar square if F less than 1. RR bar square is greater than RU bar square if F is less than 1. Thus, the restricted model gives the better fit if F less than 1. The restricted model gives the better fit if F less than 1. So I am repeating, RR bar square less than RU bar square, that is, unrestricted model is giving the better fit compared to the restricted model when f is greater than 1, the two models are equivalent if f is equal to 1. And finally, the restricted model gives the better fit when f is less than 1. So, looking at the final statement, that is the restricted model gives the better fit, r bar square of the restricted model will be greater than r bar square of the unrestricted model. If f is less than 1, we can conclude if f less than 1, then go for restricted model, that is drop the explanatory variable which you are finding insignificant. Drop the explanatory variable which you are finding insignificant. For other two cases, in first case, clearly the unrestricted model is better, so you have to continue with all explanatory variables. In the second case, since both the models are identical, you will continue with greater number of explanatory variables, because in other sense this model is better to you because it can capture more information. Only in the third case, when you are finding that restricted model is better than unrestricted model, when f less than 1, in that case only you will drop the explanatory variable for which you are getting the corresponding beta coefficient is insignificant. So finally, okay, we are coming to the last point. If for any regressor mod t less than 1, in that case, drop the regressor. Otherwise, you will continue with the explanatory variable. So, since here I have written in terms of mod t, I have replaced f by tj square, nothing else. So the same proposition we are using, everything is identical. In place of f, you can write t square, and you can come to the proposition, if mod t is less than 1, in that case, drop the regressor. Otherwise, your unrestricted model will be better than restricted model. Only in case of mod t or f1 or t square less than 1, in that case, r bar square of the restricted model will be better. So go with the restricted model. So this is all about the second case I wanted to share with you. What you will do if some of the t coefficients are insignificant while overall the model is significant. Any question? Any question, anyone? Regarding this point or regarding any part of the hypothesis testing exercises in case of MLRM?
ফিটের ব্যাপারটা বলবেন একটু,
আরেকবার বলো।
ফিটের যে জিনিসগুলো বলেন একটু।
I'm not getting you.
মানে ফিটের যেগুলো বললেন না এক্ষুনি, ওগুলো একটু বোঝালে ভালো হয়।
টিটা?
না ফিটের যেগুলো মানে ফিট হচ্ছে বেটার না লেস, যেগুলো বললেন একটু।
This slide?
না না, বলছিলাম যে বেটার ফিট বা ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট ফিট যেগুলো বলছিলেন।
This one?
f greater than 1 equal to 1 হলে কি হয়?
Okay. Okay, so you have written all the points, the same thing I just mentioned. Okay, so you have written all the points. I told that,
তো বোঝালে ভালো হবে।
I told that, if, f is greater than 1, we are finding that unrestricted model is better model compared to the restricted model, because we are finding adjusted R square of the unrestricted model is greater than that of restricted model. So naturally, we will consider the model where we have all explanatory variables. The second case, when f is equal to 1, which means r bar square, that is the r bar square of the restricted model, is exactly equal to r bar square of the unrestricted model. So in that case also, we will consider all explanatory variables. That means we will retain the unrestricted model, because otherwise this model will be more informative. Though in terms of r square or adjusted r square, the unrestricted as well as the restricted models are equivalent, but unrestricted model will give you more explanatory variables. In that sense, unrestricted model will be more informative. So you are finding, if you consider income of the consumer, then also you are getting the value of r bar square, which is similar if you do not consider income of the consumer. Similar r bar square. The suggestion will be continue with the income of the consumer, because otherwise this model is more informative. This model is more informative. So for other purpose, though r bar square is identical, for other purposes like inference, etc., this model is better. So continue with more explanatory variables. Only in the third case, when f or mod t or t square is less than 1, in that case, clearly we are finding that dropping the explanatory variable, we can improve r bar square, because r bar square of the restricted model is greater than r bar square of the unrestricted model. So clearly this r bar square is better, is giving us better fit. So we will go with the restricted model, where we have lesser number of explanatory variable. So that I mentioned. Anyone, any question?
Ma'am, can you please explain case 5 once again?
Case 5. If insignificant, sum t significant. So
Yes.
in the last class, I mentioned these are the, all f significant, f insignificant and all t significant. It is an impossibility. And if insignificant, all t insignificant, in that case, we have to redo the exercise. However, in the middle case, if I find that some of the t coefficients are significant, in that case, following the same principle as discussed now, that is in case of second proposition in the first row, what you can do, you can drop the explanatory variables for which you are finding that associated f, t or t square is less than 1. And then again, you can rerun the regression and you can check whether f is improving little bit. So if f improves and it comes, under our satisfaction, that is, it satisfies, it becomes significant at 5% level or 10% level, in that case, we will continue with the model. Otherwise, again, we have to redo the exercise. So the same principle will be applied in case of fifth model, as we discussed in case of second model, dropping several explanatory variables for which t, mod t, t square or f is less than 1. If we find f is becoming significant at 5% or 10% level, in that case, we will continue with that new restricted model.
Thank you.
It's okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other question on hypothesis testing? Or, you go through the entire MLRM part, and you have to solve several exercises. Last day in the mail, I marked several exercises, both from Johnston and Dinado. And I'd like to discuss 1-2 examples now. So complete all these assignments, complete all these things, and we will fix the date accordingly when you will get enough time to complete all these exercises, go through the theory and complete the exercises. So after maybe 12 or 15 days, we will again discuss the problems. Is it fine to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think it will be better if we can discuss 1 or 2 numerical exercises now. So should I discuss 1, 2 numerical exercises now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's first discuss a problem. The problem is there in Madala. I'm just extending the problem little bit. Okay, so I think it will be problem number 6. So if you do, you have Madala with you, or it will be better to write the entire question? Do you have
We
the?
have the finish.
We have.
Yeah, okay, okay. So check. So let me. I think it is problem number 6. দেখো তো এটা yt hat is equal to 2.20 এরকম একটা। দাঁড়াও একটু দেখি মডেলটা বার করি।
ম্যাম একটু পেজ নাম্বারটা বলতে পারবেন প্লিজ?
I'm checking. I'm just opening the book. It is page number 180. Page 180.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
Problem number 6. So everybody has this. So let's check the problem. The following estimated equation was obtained by ordinary least square regression using quarterly data for 1960 to 1979 inclusive. So you have 1960 to 1979. How many years? 20 years. Everybody? And if you consider the quarterly data, so 20 into 4, total number of observations is equal to 80. So within bracket, capital T is equal to 80.